live. There we go. Good morning. Welcome to Tea Time and Tarot Tuesday. I feel really tall right now. I think I need to. Oh, there it goes. There, that feels a little bit better. My chair has been acting wonky. Good morning, friends, and happy Tuesday, and we're live, and it feels like it's been forever. I've missed you guys. Hey, I still have flies around. How's it going? So good morning. It is August 27th. It is 6:30 in the morning. We're going to go for the next hour. As I'm just checking my phone here. Woo! 12 degrees out there. It's the end of August. Summer's coming to an end. It's been kind of a weird summer here. Ooh, you know what? My boss texted me. Let's just be, hey, boss, I'll be ready. Don't worry. Oh, yes. For sure. Actually, we're going to start off our day lovely. We're going to be like, good morning, beautiful. There we go. Because everybody loves a good morning text, right? Good morning, beautiful. I'll for sure be ready. There we go. And hopefully it's not too early to ding her phone. All right. That stuff is off. We are live. Good morning. What fills your cup today? Quite honestly, Java. I have tea. My tea is ready to go with me to work. And right now, I just need coffee. So good morning. Happy weekend. Today, reading with my Ancient Egyptian Tarot deck. We've had this deck out before. It is a lot of fun. And then also, my friend's mother-in-law, they're newlyweds, yay. My friend's mother-in-law, I bought that really cool deck, the beginner tarot deck from her at the yard sale. Oh, flies. Well, she came to town and she dropped off this book for me and another little pack of tarot cards. So super stoked for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss Cookie Witch. I guess she is the Cookie Witch where she lives because she takes care of all the children's around her and makes cookies for them and always has cookies on hand. So the kids know that they can go and sneak a cookie from her, which is really spectacular. So she gave me this little pocket guide. It is a book for the Arthur Waite deck. It goes into the history about it and all the different card meanings and their associations. I have not brought this deck out because this one I didn't get a book with. And I've never really felt like I've been able to connect to the Rider-Waite deck, but it's the original one with the story. And I think the way my brain works, it is trying to find the technical history behind it and be perfect about it like that. Until recently, these have been tucked away for quite some time. So I now have a lovely little book. Hi, welcome. And I have been bringing these out to play for a while. So just really good. There's a star on the back of it. You can't even see which side is up or reversed. And so I have actually dedicated some time to relearning the deck and looking at it from a different perspective. So yay, it was perfect timing for that. Zinja. How are you? Hope I said that right. And then, of course, the Ancient Egyptian deck is one of the favorites. Thank you for the thumbs up. That's awesome. Do you want a card reading today? I'm good, thank you. It's very early in the morning. The coffee's kicking in. Excuse me, a little frog in my throat. Oh, these ones are really glary. That's not very nice. How about the pink ones? Assorted face wear here. Oh my God, yeah. Zena. Okay. Thank you. It's one of my fears is mispronouncing people's names and them not having a way to these are less glary, aren't they? Sure. A way to tell me. So yeah, for sure. Ask a question. Good morning, Angel. You guys are bright and early. Normally, like Thursdays, I think I do this an hour later or something. Please do. Which deck? Do you want Egypt or do you want traditional? Ooh. Oh, I thought so. These are really fun cards. I love the art. Like, I love tarot decks. I am addicted to tarot decks. I love the artwork. I love the stories. And this one I've had for quite some time. You're both Aquarius, eh? Water, flowing, flowing water. So I'm just shuffling. Well, welcome to the live stream, by the way. It's really nice to have you guys. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Still fairly new at doing this, so I appreciate you guys having trust in me. Oh, to relay messages from the cards. Because I'm not a fortune teller. I do not predict the future. I just relay the message. Is the girl you have in mind a real friend? Okay. So just doing a little shuffle here. If anything jumps out, for sure that's going to be your card. And we'll have a look and see what the book says about it. I'm so excited. Awesome announcement to make at the end. All right, we don't have a jumper today, so I'm just going to cut them. Don't do that, computer. Strength is the card that came up for you. It's so beautiful. So this is a major arcana, and generally major arcana, well, thank you. Major arcana, they talk about you on the spiritual level of things. So are you prepared to talk to this girl? Have you been friends with them for a while? Oh, Queen of Wands. Nice. That's so much fire. So let's have a look here, because strength, sometimes you need that strength to go forward and break through that that little bit of hesitation there. So like this is about you and what you need to do in the situation, right? Flies. Capricorn 4422. Yes, you can. Just give me a second here. So the card suggests control of passions and emotions, the suppression of undesirable thoughts and actions. It's self-discipline. Also, that means like you need to communicate and let the other person know. Let the other person know where you're standing in that sort of friendship, relationship sort of thing, right? Okay, so let's see what else it says. The card indicates reaching maturity. It brings the end of rashness of youth, perhaps initiation or trial by fire. So like just putting it out there, putting the emotions out there. Good morning, Britta. I just saw your last video on the sacral chakra. That's a good one. So this is just finding your strength and finding the strength to talk to the other person. Gentleness quiets the severity of the beast, and coming to terms with one's instinctive urges. It is discipline, reconciliation with an enemy, either internally, perhaps regarding one baser instincts or the gain of moral control, or externally with human enemies. So yeah, if you're wondering about if that person is a real friend, you need to gather your strength and you need to communicate with that person and just open the doorway. Just be like, you can ask questions and be respectful in conversation to find out maybe a little bit more about where you're standing. But if you're wanting to take a friendship a little bit further, you're gonna have to put the trust out there and just kind of let it happen. But communicate. See, and at the bottom it says there's also suggestion that the enemy within should be pacified before attempting to tackle the enemy without. So yeah, just find the strength, get the gusto together, and use your words, use your communication to be able to talk to this person. I think if you do that, then you will be able to find ways to figure out your question and how they feel about you. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So Zena, I hope that helps. Does that make any sense to you at all? Talking, yeah? Cool, cool. Okay. Capricorn, 4422. Hey, how you doing? What does Aquarius think of you? So I'm going to go back to using communication. I'm good, thank you. Good morning. I wouldn't look at so much as like a confrontation. Just maybe talk a little bit. Talk gently. Be gentle with yourself and with her. And I think you'll find some answers. It's my coffee maker. Cheers. Thank you for popping by. I'm all excited. I feel like I'm yelling now. Okay. What does Aquarius think of you? I need to ask the obvious. Are you a Capricorn? I have my cheat sheets down here. I've got like a whole table set up beside me so that I have quick access to my resources. Perfect. Okay. And what deck would you like? I'm using the Egyptian or the traditional Rider-Waite. You can choose. How about Egyptian? I just picked these ones up for some reason. They like being played with. Yeah, I just did a huge client reading with these, and it was actually really interesting to see how they like to come out. Okay. So you're Aquarius. 9 of Discs came out. So 9 of Pentacles. Ooh. Look at how confident she looks there, standing, looking at her treasures. 9s, 9s, 9s. Oh, the 7 of Discs is on the other end of this. 9s usually movement. My goodness. Oh, situations are either comfortable or uncomfortable. I want to kind of go out on a limb and say this one's a little bit uncomfortable because you're not sure. Let's just see what this says. If you see anything coming across the screen there, that's just my pack of flies that have decided to hang out on my webcam. So I'm sorry. I did try to kill them all before I started. Well, it's a card of luck. Wishes for material success and prosperity are answered. It's time of comfort and luxury. Goals or aims in life are achieved, giving control over life circumstances. There is popularity and the favor of others, accomplishment in the world of business or finance, and a feeling of deep satisfaction. There may be an element of surprise in the receipt of wealth, gifts out of the blue. Perhaps a love of the countryside or outdoor activities are enjoyed. Uh, so this talks about material success. Whereas like for me, friendships aren't sort of like that material sort of success. But if you have recently like achieved goals or something that way where you feel confident, where you can put like provide for yourself or for others, I can see this being a good time to reach out and talk to somebody and see how they feel about you. This card is signifying success. So if you use your communication and open a dialogue that way, you can kind of, just like with the last person, feel out how they are feeling about you. But it's very, very, very important to use communication, especially when you're dealing with other human beings, because it's really not fair to assume how they feel or have a preconceived judgment about that before you go in, because the fates and the universe, okay, yeah. Oh, see, and that's like if you're wanting this communication to open up, you're gonna have to start it. Or maybe drop them a hint. Say, hey, I'm waiting for you to text me first. Because sometimes that might just be enough. Okay? Ah! Darn those tarot cards telling you what you need to know, and you already know it. Oh, goodness. Yes. So you know what you've got to do. This is success. Have some confidence with yourself and just strike up that conversation. Oh, you're so sweet. Um, so I hope that makes sense to you. I really hope that you do what you know what you gotta. And sometimes, you know, like having that confidence just to start the conversation is a great big deal. Okay. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much. And I hope that you figure out what you want to do with that. Oh, thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. We just try to be relaxed here and have a good time because that's really what life's about. Welcome to the channel. Live readings Tuesday and Thursday, usually this early in the morning. So you're more than welcome to come back anytime. Go stock out the playlist and stuff. Do daily vlogs. It's pretty awesome here. Oh, thank you so much. And I hope to see you again. Oh, thank you. You made my day too. Awesome. You guys are so amazing. You know, like whenever I have a little bit of hesitation about doing this, you rock. Thank you. You guys come up in the comment section and Angel, I got you on the list. Yeah. You guys come up and in the conversation, everybody's so supportive of one another and really supportive of me. And I really appreciate that because it's kind of scary doing this online. I've done this in person for many, many, many years. And right now doing this online and you guys letting me share this experience with you, I am forever grateful. Angel, yeah, I've got you up here. What would you like to know today? And what deck do you want? I've got the Egyptian and I've got the traditional. Birdie, you're pretty awesome too. I love what you're doing on your channel. Your life coach explanations of things are very relatable. Is it Monday and Friday? You do your videos, so that's awesome. And thank you for coming over for all the support as well. Hey, if you guys have a channel, throw it in the comments. Let the people know what you do so that we can all succeed and check it out. Because you know what they say, it takes a village to raise a child. It takes the universe to raise an adult. We got to be in this together. Be moving soon, like buying a new home possibly. Ooh, so is that in the works? Are you doing that? That's awesome. Okay, I'm loving the Egyptian today, so they have not wanted to leave my hand. Perfect. Yes. That's wicked awesome. We had just a recent experience. So buying a home and moving possibly. Visualize it. Totally visualize it. Manifest it for yourself and it'll happen. It's from experience. Hubby and I just kind of, in the last, our 5-year plans had come to fruition and now we're working on the next set of the goals. So yes, 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 let's make this happen for you. Angel's question. Will I be moving soon, like buying a new home? Yeah. Hashtag it takes the universe to raise an adult. We'll make it a thing. Sometimes things just fall out of my mouth and I'm just like, I know from personal experience, the universe has my back and it's all I can count on. All right, Angel, are we buying a house? Buying a new home. Ooh. The High Priestess came out. She's number 2 in the major arcana. So this is definitely about you. Look at how control she is of the situation. Large and in charge. Ooh. There must be something going on right now universally because a lot of my cards that I'm pulling up for my personal readings have been to do with the major arcana. And there's a lot of changes going on right now. And I feel like we're on the verge of something just gigantic. So it's looking good. This card suggests that insight into problems produces a solution. Hidden knowledge, a change for the better. The favorable influence of a woman. Intuition and psychic experiences, purity, imagination, dreams, and perhaps sometimes even nightmares. Spiritual rather than mundane interest, and the High Priestess is the bride before the wedding. So what that means is like, it's not necessarily marriage. It's getting ready for that commitment. Okay. So Angel, heads up. Tower card is on the bottom here. So something's got to let go in order for something better to happen. Okay. And it's probably not going to be the nicest of things. You know, there's probably going to be an ugly cry involved. It may be moving away further than you were anticipating. It could be several different things with looking to relocate, move, and buy a house. So definitely it is looking good for you. Okay. Definitely something's going to come crashing and you're going to have to let it go before the good things happen. Okay. The Tower is not necessarily a bad thing. It just means like heads up. Good things are coming to you, but something's got to give. And you know, like, for my personal example, how I can give a little bit of insight to this, hubby and I wanted to buy a house. Okay. So we had the means, we had the motivation, and my Tower moment was we ended up moving a whole province further away than what I wanted to. So for the good thing to happen of us buying our home and being in this situation that we were wanting and that we were working towards, my letting go moment, my ugly cry moment was moving an extra province away. So I moved from BC. We were looking into Alberta, Saskatchewan. We ended up in Manitoba. So the distance was my Tower moment. But the good thing was I own a house with enough property right now to do what we were wanting to do. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it usually involves an ugly cry. It does not make sense. It's so really the cards are just giving you a heads up. It's not doom and gloom, but when you have that moment, just own it. The best part about Tower moments is when you have the heads up and you can realize it, you just grab that moment, own it. Don't unpack and live there. We don't live in that moment. We own the moment. Let it ugly cry out. Let the snot drip down your face. Let the tears flow. Empty your heart. Go and see Berta's channel for how to refill your cup. but you have to let that go and really own that moment. Just let it all release. And remember to fill yourself up with the white light after it's empty, because you feel so empty. And then just be willing for opportunities and possibilities, because quite often those things that are sent to us for the greater good, we didn't even know existed. We didn't know we were ready for them until the universe says, hey, here you go. So there you go, Angel. Thank you so much for the great question. And I really, really hope it helps. And I really wish you the best of luck with your new endeavors. I hope it works out in your favor. I really do. Wow, what a big commitment. That's awesome. There we go. Sorry, I just had to take some little notes. Perfect. All right. Thank you so much. What a lovely morning. Such a lovely group of people hanging out, having tea and coffee, and exploring possibilities. I gotta get these. Oh, lovely, lovely. Britta, do you want a card today? You've got to probably get back to work here soon. Ooh, 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 ooh. Things are all jumping out at me. I'm getting excited. I've got about half an hour left. These early morning shows get me ramped up. Oh, I was at Starbucks yesterday and I'm like, oh, can I have a chestnut latte? And they're like, pumpkin spice comes first, then it's next week. Pumpkin spice chai tea. Man, that sounds so good. All right, do you have a specific question or you just want a card for the day? Happy Tuesday card. Ooh, ooh. They're getting excited. Make sure I have them all. Jeez. Whew, all right, it's Tuesday. What a great week ahead. Okay. Let's find a card for Britta today. Very excited. This ramps me up. And I think my vitamins are kicking in and the coffee's kicking in. Feeling good about the day. I'm feeling good for you guys. I love my Tuesday, Thursdays. I actually really do. I'm still there too, actually, Britta. So your card today is the Star, and that goes back to more internal stuff, us on the spiritual level. I feel like we're literally universally on the verge of something huge. Like light workers are feeling this. How can I put this? It's almost like light workers are feeling this little pullback, just like a hold back from the universe. Almost like our universal wall is a little thicker that we have to trudge through, like a thick mist. But it's like, I'm feeling like right now where the arrow is getting pulled back before we launch, if that's making any sense. So kind of scratching at the depths of loneliness, of sadness, of like the dark work that we're just completing that dark work. Like we're wiping the counter of crumbs of that dark work and getting ready. I think the full moon coming up is going to be a big release time. I think And this is with light workers like you, me, friends that are in the same kind of industry of helping people that way. And I think come this next full moon is going to be a huge thing. There's going to be a huge release. And the light workers are going to shed the light. If this is making any sense, this is because I'm feeling it too. The star came up for you. Sorry, here I am just babbling. But from other people's experiences with how things are feeling right now, people in the vlog are feeling it. Other readers are feeling it. Like we're on the verge of something huge, and it's like the people who are just starting the journeys. So the star, it says, oh, let me just check out this other thing too here. Because on the bottom of the deck is the Prince of Wands. So let's see what the star has to say here. The star suggests, above all, the idea of hope. No matter how bad things may appear, there will always be hope that provides the strength to keep going. Nothing lasts forever, and eventually things will improve. There is an ability to stand firm against adversity. The star is the light at the end of the tunnel, the truth unveiled, and it represents optimism. The card suggests the calm after the storm. The air is fresh and cleansed of the burden of the past. So like, yeah, just wiping the counter of those crumbs sort of is kind of what's going on. So this is a time when one's thoughts become clear after a period of confusion. Excuse me. It offers the promise of a brighter future. Confidence is renewed fulfillment. New and wider horizons are on sight. So yeah, it's like the arrow moment. Let's see what the Prince of Wands is saying here. The possessor of both swiftness and strength. He appears to be indecisive, but this is caused by his ability to appreciate both sides of every argument. Indeed, he often expresses opinions that he does not himself hold. It may be that he has very few deeply held beliefs. He is therefore often slow to come to a decision. In an attempt to make his choices more quickly, the prince may give the impression of being impulsive and easily influenced. At heart, he is noble and generous to those around him, and he delights in the romantic aspects of history and tradition, and he pursues those interests vigorously, perhaps at times to excess. Yeah, that, Britta, totally makes sense. It's happening with light workers, and I got goosebumps from that. I think it's just literally we've done the work, the new moon, the darkness, right? And we're right on schedule. Like a feeling just like the ball is going to drop in New York Times Square for New Year's is kind of how it's kind of feeling universally. And yeah, a lot of people I've noticed are just like scraping those walls of the shadow work, cleaning it all up, getting the dust out of the little crevices, and getting ready for something fresh. We are coming on to a new season too. So the end of summer, going into fall, and I think we're a little bit ahead of the timeline with the work that we're doing, just because the fall is time for the leaves to drop, for renewal to go back. So I'm feeling, my instinct here is full moon, lots is going to be released. People are going to be feeling it. And the key thing is here is just to not unpack and live there. It's just to like wipe the crumbs off the table and continue on with the healing. And then also remember, when we help others, we help ourselves. So it's not about the doing it for us. Sometimes it's about the doing it for others that helps us. So you're on it. You're on a good roll. You're being authentic. And that's the most that you can ever ask of yourself. So strength to you, girl. Good luck getting the dusting done. And I hope it helps, because you're not alone. It's that little naggingness at the back of the head right now. And I think universally it's going a big way that way. Perfect. Whew. You guys are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, who do we have here? Lisa de Ora. Hello. Welcome to the channel. Thanks, Britta. I really appreciate you being here and hanging out and the great comments and communication that you're doing in the chat right there. That's freaking awesome. I really appreciate that. Happy Tuesday. Oh, yes, absolutely. Do you have a question? Alyssa? Is that how you say your name, Alyssa? I'm sorry. Ooh. Will this job be good for you? Are you at a new job? New jobs are always interesting. Ilicia. That's cool, Ilicia. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Ilicia. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm horrible with, but you don't have the same problem from your last job. Okay. Well, congratulations on your new job. Let's see what the cards have to say about it. Ooh, the sun is starting to come up here. It's 7 o'clock in the morning here. That's awesome. I've got about a half hour left, you guys. Let's cut the cards. Ooh, the Princess of Swords came up. Swords are like, they cut things. They cut through things. So it's quite often cut through BS. So let's see what the cards have to say. Ooh, and Judgment. Judgment's on the bottom here. I like looking at the bottom of the cards as well because sometimes like there's a lot of insight to what the bottom of the cards have to say. Princess of Swords. This is really cool. She's got a very determined stance going on there. There's a little mask at the bottom. I think I have done a review on these cards, so you can see them individually in their playlist. Here we go. The Princess of Swords. The Princess of Swords possesses a keen intellect. She is studious, reserved, and possibly withdrawn. She is capable of profiting materially from her ideas. Also suggested is the influence of the powers above, from superiors or elders. Legal or professional consultations may be required. An eloquent and knowledgeable debater, she is skilled and subtle in the use of language. Gifted in the field of diplomacy, she is able to manipulate negotiations to her advantage. She makes an ideal emissary or ambassador. Let's have a look at Judgment because I have a thought here, but I don't want to be too judgy on it. This is a card of spiritual awakening. New doors are opening. It is a time for positive action. Opportunities should be grasped. Any decisions will lead to improvement, and there is change for the better. Energy is renewed, health restored, a new lease of life. Perhaps a prophetic vision or a mystical experience. So I think it's looking good here. I want to say that if your problem at the last job was gossip and fighting amongst coworkers, make sure you have a handle on how you contribute to that. I know sometimes being in a dramatic situation really pulls us down and puts us in a place where we're not we're not happy because that's not the place that we're meant to be in. So if you're in a situation where it is making you lower your standards, where you are required to not work at your best, and where you're feeling like stifled, you need to cut through that and find something that's better for you. Again, the judgment thing kind of takes me back to like workplace gossip or taking sides with coworkers. So I'm curious if that was a problem at your last job. Was it like a gossip thing, an inter-office, like interpersonal thing, or was it the style of management, or was it the company's beliefs that you were not agreeing with? So there is a lot left up in the open about that. But the judgment card says like cut through it, but don't judge it. Like swords are telling me cut through it and don't be judgmental towards it. So yeah. It's hard working in a situation like that. I had to leave a workplace because of, I'm like, I don't like who I'm becoming when I'm working with you people. It's not who I am. It doesn't align with me. This is not a good fit. So you can take a stand and not be judgy about situations or the people in them. Okay, so just be yourself and do the best job that you can, and you got it. And just know that in every workplace situation, there are going to be conflicts. You get so many people that work together in a situation, and not everybody is meant to get along. We all don't share the same perception of things or things like that. So we have to give room and not pass judgment on others, and just be prepared for that. Not every workplace is all like rainbows and unicorns. There are going to be ups and downs. There are going to be bumps in it. So I hope that helped. And good luck with your job. Very much so. New jobs are always exciting. I love the challenge of learning something new and then trying to become good at it. Let's continue. Oh, what did we have? Sword. You're so welcome, Alicia. Thank you so much for joining our live stream today. I really appreciate y'all being here. Like, you just make my day like rainbows. You know, feeling after you've had like seeing kids play and laugh for whatever reason, it makes your heart warm. That's how you guys make me feel. Ooh. Do I have anybody here that hasn't had a card yet? I have 15 minutes left. Give the cards a little break for a moment while I have a sip of my coffee. Cheers. What is going on? Ha! Busted. I gotta see if my boss got my message. Perfect. Yeah, messaged me after I was in bed last night. I'm like, I will be at work this morning. I'm sorry if you had a night worrying about it. All right, you guys. Here we are, Tuesday morning. Oh, little rainbows. I do this on my PC, so I don't have all the little emojis. I guess I could have emojis. Let me click this and see if I get emojis. Sometimes I shouldn't mess with things because then it sets other things slowly. Hey. Nope. Oh. There's a picture of cake and it won't give me cake. Oh, well. Back to typing. Okay. Oh, it's still doing that thing. Yeah. Char shouldn't type while reading. That's right. Char shouldn't type while reading. Oh, I'll bring out the traditionals here for a second. They're a lot smaller. This kind of deck is like when I'm shuffling, it's pretty interesting because it fits nicely in my hand. I don't need to fight with it. I have some really big decks that are kind of impossible to choose or to shuffle carefully. Ooh, and I said I had a big announcement. I went to the city and I found the box set of one of my favorite newest card collections, and I can't wait to do an unboxing on it. It's just, my week is really busy right now, but I really want to get in there. So there'll be a new unboxing on the channel at some point. Because I've got a comparison to do and I don't want to give it away. And oh, I'm so excited. So excited. Okay. Ooh, it's daylight out there now. That's awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's get some life into these guys. Like I said, I haven't really done a lot like with my traditional deck because, oh, thank you. Because the understanding of it, like, I don't know. I just felt the need to know everything and be perfect about it. And now I'm giving myself permission to not be perfect about it. And it's making me want to use them a little bit more. Hello. How do you say your name? Selman Selikin? Hello. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. How's it going today? You're Turkish. Hey, that's cool. So yes, I'm sorry if I can't pronounce your name proper. So we're doing tarot readings today with the Egyptian deck or with the traditional deck. And if you would like to have a card, I would love to do that for you. Sorry, I'm just writing down here. Thanks, Britta. You have a great day, too. I hope your workday goes really well. Okay, we'll see you. You guys go check out her channel, too. You should be able to click on her name and get to her channel. Beautiful. Awesome. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out here with me and my flies. It just sounds so awful. I swear, like, it's just the season here. It's been really damp the last week. So we have a ton of flies and mosquitoes everywhere. It's just crazy. So I've got time for another card. Somebody has a question. These cards are so beautiful. Oops. Well, that just went shooting out. So I like to do this every Tuesday and Thursday, live streaming single tarot card readings. I usually pull up different decks every week. Excuse me, the hiccups. I usually pull out a new deck every time so that we can look at the artwork, check it all out, explore the deck together, and see what messages the tarot cards have for us. as I sit here and just shuffle and read and enjoy you guys. It's fantastic having everybody here, except for the flies. If anybody wants my flies, you're more than welcome to have them. There's actually 3 right along the top of my computer right now, and they are taunting me, going in front of the mic, going in front of my camera, going on my head. So yeah, 'tis the season. Welcome to Manitoba. Okay, let's have a sip of coffee. Silky. Silky, hi. Yes. Charlotte, hi. Welcome. Ha ha ha. Looks like everybody's doing the live stream tour right now. Yay! Perfect. Yes, please ask me a question. Do you want woo, hear me all excited. We've got the Egyptian tarot going. I've got traditional. Oops. Or the traditional. So which deck would you like? Awesome. Okay. That's wicked, Charlotte. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. Okay, we're gonna do the Egyptian for you. Does Aquarius think you're beautiful? You're beautiful. Who cares what everybody else thinks? Let's see what the cards have to say for you. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we've got the Egyptian tarot cards going on. Ooh, the 2 of discs came up. So that's definitely a 2. Look at them. They're got the beautiful discs. It looks like they're quite comfortable together. Let's see what the book has to say. Here we go. So this is a card of change and flow. It is a change that brings stability, a gyroscope which holds its position only when spinning. The change is harmonious and may extend from generation to generation. It's a continuity through time. A chain of ideas or wealth passing down through the ages. Also indicated is the idea of juggling, keeping many projects up in the air at the same time, perhaps to the extent that resources are stretched too thinly. Oh, Queen of Wands, fire underneath. Oh, yes. Ooh, thank you. I love these cards. I'm gonna say yeah. With the Queen of Wands on the upside down of that, I think they think you're fire. Like you're on fire. And then having the 2 of discs, it just indicates that yeah, somebody is thinking of you, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. And if you are wanting to pursue something with this person, you're wondering if they think you're beautiful, then you communicate with them, talk to them, and let them know that you're kind of interested. You don't need to be like, oh, hey, do you think I'm beautiful? You can start a conversation just by being, oh, like, it's a nice day today, isn't it? Or look at how pretty that flower is, or something like that, and just kind of sway the conversation to be beneficial to you that way. Okay. So I hope that helps. It's hard to say with cards how other people feel because of their energy that comes into the situation as well, right? So we can give insights to what you need to do or things for you. Oh, so then maybe start the conversation again. You know, be on fire. Be the one to talk. Start the talk again. Sometimes it happens. People get busy. Oh, so you're very welcome. Thank you so much for coming to the live stream. This is awesome. I really appreciate your question. Okay, Charlotte, I have enough time for you. And then I think we're going to be shutting the live stream down for today. All right, come back on Thursday and let me know how it went for you. Okay? Conversation, gentle conversation. You're picking your boy up from school. It's 7:30 in the morning here where I'm at, so that's pretty awesome. I hope his school day was good. So what can I do for you today, love? Ooh, things are jumping. His day was fine. What grade is he in? Ooh, what can I do or think about to improve the communication with my BF? That is a really good question. Aw, that's exciting. My boys are grown. And it's so cute when they do their little stuff at school and watching them learn new things. All right. So that one just kind of slid out for me. Oh, the 8 of Cups. This one's kind of intense. So we have a ship that's sailing away and all these empty cups at the bottom. And then, you know what's really strange is on the bottom of the deck is the 8 of Swords. So the swords that like cut through this stuff. So to me, this is saying the ways of communication just aren't working anymore. We need to cut through this and find a new way, which is exactly what your question is. But it's not necessarily bad things. 8 is movement, isn't it? Have all my resources around me. I get all excited when are 8s coming up a lot for you? Like, are you seeing the number 8 a lot? Eights characterize freedom and restrictions plus decisions that need action. I just got a little. I thought that one might be a little bit more appropriate. Let me just pull up the book here and 1, 2, 3, 4. Me and hubby walk around the house yelling that. If you look at the clock, we're like 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally relate to that. Okay, so I've got a couple of different things with this. So the Egyptian says laziness has led to a feeling of stagnation. But this is accompanied by an inability to act. Boredom with circumstances, a lack of stimulus, a longing for change is suffocated by feelings of apathy. Paralysis in the face of need for positive action. An atmosphere of lethargy and lifelessness. Idleness and daydreaming. So the 8 of Swords. Yeah, it is, eh? How long you guys been together? You and your BF? This is an interesting one. Desires repeatedly obstructed by accidental interference. A difficult and apparently inescapable position. A dead end with no clear way ahead. And the problem faced here, although apparently insurmountable, does have a solution, which once found will throw a new light on the situation. The card suggests that self-imprisonment, once realized for what it is, may be readily escaped. There is an option available which may not be immediately obvious, and this leads to the idea that one should recognize the extent of one's ignorance. Oh my goodness. So 3.5 years. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So with the cups, self-discovery and leaving old ways behind that are no longer serving you. Obviously, you're looking for a new way for communication. Right. So I just did a cut also because this feels like it's an incomplete. We know what's going on here. Okay. You are needing to find something to fill your cup up with, your heart, fill you up with, and find that passion and communication again. And where the swords, the Eight of Swords is coming in that cliff, there is a way across it once it's found. Okay. Now, the card that I popped up is the Magician. Okay. So things can change, things will change. And the way you cast upon it is going to determine which way it changes. Sometimes in a relationship, after the whole lovey-dovey thing about it is all done, we have to make choices. And through time, old things aren't going to serve us anymore. And as each individual person in that relationship grows, we need to give each person room to grow and then learn to grow together from that. So it just kind of sounds like a new way of communicating is needed. Like, you know this. So the Magician is number one. And to me, that says, like, start with you first. And a lot of times major arcana come up and they talk about the work we need to do, like what's in front of us that way. So this one, the interpretation here, it says this card, and it's a gorgeous card. There's so much potential here with this card. This card represents the intellect, its ability to probe and examine the environment, and its power to change and transform that environment if it is found wanting. Productive thought, creative ideas, and the mind put to constructive use. Self-confidence and belief in oneself, and practical knowledge as opposed to theory. The ability to organize people, time, and events, to plan things in a way that is of benefit to all concerned. Skill in the spheres of business and commerce. Someone engaged in overseas trade. Communication, diplomacy, and negotiation, perhaps on the behalf of another. A spiritual leader, one in receipt of divine guidance. There is skill, perhaps combined with cunning. The medical or veterinary professions, a natural healer, a time of new opportunities or beginnings and new doors opening. The first decisive step along the road to progress. So I think there's definitely time and change on the horizon. So just look within yourself. Understand that we have faults within ourselves as well, and maybe work on overcoming those faults because they could be the blockage in the communication there. So I think really, yeah, you know where you're at and you know what needs to be done. And I think the cards are just agreeing with you and giving you that push in a way that you're on top of it. Things are going to change. So the cup is empty and you need to refill it again, right? And the old ways aren't working. There's blockages, but there is a way to cross that path, and changes on the horizon for you. Okay. So I hope that helps clarify things. And once you make that decision in your heart, it's a choice. And I think as women, we go through this, right? It is absolutely my pleasure. There's a time when it becomes work and we have to make a decision about, yes, I want to work at this, or no, it's no longer serving my higher good. And I know it's hard because of the time already put in But I think if you are wanting it to work, and it's just times change, people change, and our way of dealing with the things needs to kind of go with the flow, excuse me, go with the flow a little bit more, and it'll be okay. So the internet is amazing. I follow a lady named Shan Booty, ShanBooty, and she talks a lot about relationship stuff. She is working towards her doctorate in relationship psychology, like something along those lines. Fantastic lady. I highly recommend you check out her channel, and you might be able to find a topic that will help you open the doors of communication to that relationship intimacy again. I found some helpful videos on her channel, so I highly recommend you have a look at it, okay? Well, you guys, I hope that helps. Here, let me, I think that's her name. A beautiful, beautiful woman. You'll know it when you see it. Whew. Robo, I am sorry. I do not have that time today. Join me on Thursday, and I will definitely put you on the list. My sincerest apologies. I would love to get to everybody today, but my boss has called, and I can't be late for work. I love you guys, and thank you so much for hanging here with me as we're reading the cards, allowing me to be the messenger, and helping you, hopefully, in your life moments, okay? Oh, thank you for your understanding, Robo. I'm so sorry. I would love to hang out and do this some more. Trust me, I'd rather be doing this than that. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me. Tea Time and Tarot Tuesday. That is a mouthful. Join me again here Thursday morning, and I'll be doing the same thing. I don't know what deck I'll have, but definitely be here for you guys. Thank you so much. Bright blessings. I hope your day is great, and I will see you again Thursday for the live stream. Mwah! Bye.